Hi, guys. I have a very important message for someone, for maybe a group of people, but it's very important. I remember in my sleep last night, I was talking to God, and He gave me this word. It's very important. And He gave me a lot of details. I saw a lot of details. But one thing that really stood out to me was I kept saying in the spirit, okay, God, salvation, salvation. It's like He said something to me and I was agreeing with Him and I was saying salvation, salvation. Salvation means like deliverance from toxicity or deliverance from harm and stuff like that. But one thing He mentioned to me was friends. This is gonna sound very bad to some people, but it's the truth. Some of y'all were delivered from friends, from certain friends that you had in your life. You were delivered from them, as in they had such a strong influence on you and not a good influence. And God had to deliver you from that. Some of these friends were carrying certain spirits that these spirits knew who you were. You see what I'm saying? Some people, when they have spirits, they don't know they have spirits. They just do certain things that are not good, that are toxic, and the spirits that are within them will know who you are, right? So God had to deliver you from these certain friends. What He showed me last night was a friend coming back in someone's life. This friend is actually going to be pretending like they're on a whole new path, whole new level, like they've changed, and they want to learn. So they're going to come back probably even like sorry, apologetic, whatever they can do to get into your life. But what God was showing me was this friend is not cleared from that spirit that they've always had. They're still in their ways. This is just a tactic that they're going to use to try to get you to open back the door. And I'm glad He gave me this message, because many times I told you guys, like, man, I just want a real friend, because all the friends I've had in my past, things did not really go well. I just want a real friend. And I'm glad He showed me this message, because I don't have anyone in my life right now like that. But I understand the urge, and I understand wanting to have a good friend. And I understand that sometimes, because you so badly want that, you may look past a lot of red flags when it comes to people, because you just so badly want to have that brotherhood or that sisterhood. You get what I'm saying? So it's so important to not let your desire for a friend, clog your mind and cause you to not see clearly through the veil, and to not see look at the stop sign. Scripture that says bad company corrupts good character, and it's the truth. Bad company does corrupt good character, right? And that's what God is trying to say. Like, the way He showed it to me was this person was gonna be a very negative influence in your life. Of course, you're strong enough to make up your own mind and your own decisions. But sometimes when you have the desire to have friends and want to be around people, somebody may say something, you may not agree to it, but you may actually start settling, and you may actually just let it be, only because you don't want to cause any conflicts. But then that kind of lowers your standards, and that kind of goes against your standards just by doing that, because you're the one that always tries to kind of keep the peace, right? So what He was showing me was this friend was going to try to come back, and you were going to end up lowering your standards, as in your lifestyle is not the same as it is back then. This person is still stuck in their ways. They're not doing good. So it's almost like you're going to level down yourself to make them feel comfortable, right? Almost like, okay. What He specifically showed me was this person didn't have a car and you had a car. But in order to not make them feel comfortable, when you went to do outings with this person, He showed me this stuff prophetically last night in a dream. When you went to do outings with this person, it's like you chose not to go in your car. You chose to take a transit with them because you wanted to be humble. You wanted to be humble, which is a beautiful thing, being humble around people. But then it ended up costing you, right? Then there was times where you had to not wear certain outfits. What I saw prophetically was you were not able to wear certain outfits because you didn't want them to feel uncomfortable. Like, you didn't want to wear certain outfits because you felt like the outfit was outshining their outfits. Most important thing that He showed me prophetically was that there was a church, and you were literally about to go to a church, and what ended up happening was there was praising outside the church, and this friend wanted to go shopping, and she's like, oh, well, your church doesn't start yet anyways, let's go shopping quickly. And you're like, well, if we leave, I'm not gonna make it in time, and I have to go. And around that time he showed me that, I kept saying, okay, God, salvation. So I knew that the church service that I saw prophetically was relating to deliverance, relating to salvation. But the friend was trying to get the person to go with them to go shopping. And then when you ended up going with the friend, you ended up trying to come back, but you ended up missing the service, which had a very important message about salvation, about deliverance. Now, when I woke up from that and God was like, reiterating things, he said, that is not your friend. That's what he said. That is not your friend. Okay. And I remember, like I said, kept saying salvation, which confirms deliverance. So basically, God delivered you from someone who is trying to come back into your life. And if you allow them back into your life, into your space, you are going to be, lowering your standards to meet theirs. You are going to be influenced, not in a good way, but in a negative way. The changes that you've made in your life, you are going to end up messing with a lot of these changes. The influence that this person has is not good influence. Yes, you are your own person, you have your own mind, but spirits are real. Okay, it was almost like you were trying to humble yourself to make the person feel comfortable, but humbling yourself meant going against your standards, going against what you've changed, going against all the things that were meant to uplift you in your life. You went against everything to make this person comfortable. And not only that, but you weren't even doing certain things that you usually do on your righteous path with God because of this distraction. Look how it's a distraction in this church. Stop. Because of this distraction, right? So I'm just here to give you this confirmation. Don't let your desire cause you, right? Or don't let your desire to so badly want to have a friend or want to have a support or someone around you, influence you to go backwards when you're supposed to go forward in life. You are who you hang with. Bad company corrupts good character. Some people will come around you and pretend like they're on your level, but they're really not. And the fact that God said that is not your friend, as I was waking up, confirmed that this person was never your friend. And the motive for them coming back is to hold you back, is to slow you down. Probably even because they think that being around you and associating with you and your name and who you are as a person may end up helping them. But if they did not have these, positive feelings towards you in the past, and God is saying that's not your friend, it confirms they're coming back with the same motives. Okay, and he wants the best for you. Okay, so salvation, deliverance. That's what it means. God had to deliver you from certain people. God had to deliver you from certain friends. Do not go backwards. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.